You're listening to The Lyndia Grant Show. Think on these things with Lyndia Grant.
Well, good evening, Radio 1 listeners. Thank you for tuning in to The Lyndia Grant Show. We are here, my 17th anniversary month, getting ready to do the show for June 19th. And I am so happy. That's Juneteenth, by the way. And so we are so pleased to be having Dr. Julian to talk to us this week. And in our second half, I'm particularly thrilled to have a recording artist on, Darwin. What is Darwin's last name? I don't see it on my notes. But anyway, he's a praise and worship singer, Darwin Hobbs. He sings something about, the song is called Something Is About to Break, and the other one is a new album called Breaking News. So let's go to Dr. Julian for now about 10 minutes and let her talk. Dr. J?
Greetings, Lyndia, and a happy Juneteenth. I hope you're drinking, sipping something red, red soda water, eating some red watermelon, and doing what we do on Juneteenth. And it's a good time for us to think about our country. Since we just got the Juneteenth holiday, thank you to President Biden. We didn't have it before. But what we have had, this is July 4th, 1776, is the creation of America, if you will. We were here longer. According to Nicole Hannah-Jones, 1619 was our year. But 1776 to today is 250 years. And of course, we're celebrating, this man who lives in a house that enslaved people built, but does not recognize enslavement, has all kind of activities going on, We had one last week with the cage fight on the White House lawn. My question is how low can you go?
Man, yes.
The White House lawn, where although I am not a patriot, and I'll tell you about that, I'm not a patriot at all. I didn't pledge the flag the first time I really pledged the flag, when I was a kid, and then when I was president of Bennett College, because the Board of Trustees told me it would make a bad example for me not to pledge the flag. I would just stand there. So I finally started putting my hand over my heart and mumbling. I ain't saying
in rebellion.
Why would we pledge that thing? With everything that it embodies. But the cage fight was ridiculous. And we're going to see more ridiculous in the weeks coming. America at 250 doesn't talk about enslavement. It doesn't talk indigenous dispossession, racial terror, stolen labor, broken treaties, exploited immigrants, the exclusion of Black people, women, poor people, and all these other people. So, no, I'm not a patriot. I mean, I was born in this country. I cannot say I love this country. I just truly can't say it. I know a lot of people do, and good for them. But wouldn't you say pledge the flag? Be patriotic to what? To a constitution that counted us at 3/5 of a person? The Declaration of Independence written by 58 white men. Lyndia, 58 white men who declared liberty while holding human beings in bondage. Yes. Almost half of those men who signed that Constitution, Declaration of Independence, were slaveholders. We need to be clear about that. It doesn't mean that I reject America. I live here. But what it does mean is I refuse to romanticize it. And what is happening right now is we're romanticizing this country. And it leaves a lot out. We talk about children. But guess what? All this strum and drag and celebration may be starving our children. As an example, this man had that big old cage fight cost $60 million.
Wow.
60 million. Now, that United Fight Club, they said they're going to pay some of it. And other people have said they'll pay something. Bud Light was a sponsor of it. So hopefully they paid something. Who knows? Well, how does the place that enslaved people built, the so-called White House, how does that become a backdrop for commercialism? Seriously. And then we want our children to emulate these people. We don't want our children drinking Bud Light, but you got Bud Light signs all over the lawn.
Yes.
Give me a break. $60 million. What could $60 million do?
Oh,
One thing it could do, we have a summer nutrition program. It's not WIC that I've talked about before, but the young people, the children really, who don't get summer meals because their schools don't provide them, their parents get a $60, that's not $60, it's $120 subsidy. So that for summer food. How many, we could serve 12 million children with the money we spent on that cage fight. Does this make any sense to you?
And I saw a post, I don't know if it was a lie or not, but they said Trump fell asleep. They showed a picture of him in that sleep.
Well, he falls asleep
his $60 million event.
And it was on his birthday.
Yes.
This is a height of narcissism. Well,
went to sleep.
Well, we know that's what he does.
Yes.
Goes to sleep. We're clear about that.
Yes.
But anyway, DC had to pay some of it. We'll get paid for some of it, but there was a $12 million DC police cost. You know, that's more than 2.3 million children's lunches or suppers. I could go down the list, Lyndia. I just am so morally outraged by what happened, by that happening.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, I'm almost speechless, and you know me. I am very rarely.
It wasn't no 250th anniversary for the country.
No, it was a birthday party for that man.
That's right.
And you know, we just have to go back and say, okay, this is a narcissistically driven spectacle. Spectacle is what it is. Now, meanwhile, we just have to think about, as we're coming up on the 4th of, you lied, America. I call it the 4th of you lie. You lied, America, about freedom. You lied about justice. But in any case, we're coming up on that. And this 250th is the first step toward it. So we have to just remember Frederick Douglass, who said, ask the question, what does the 4th of July mean to the enslaved? A Juneteenth that is focused would honor Frederick Douglass, Ida B. Wells, who told the truth about lynching, would honor Fannie Lou Hamer and so many others. But in terms of America 250, we're not going to get that. We're going to get the sanitized version of America. And the first step on that was that cage fight. And I cringe when I think about what we've done to our country with the cage fight. So let's just look at that summer money and what's happening with it. There are a number of other things to look at. Now, we do have some things to celebrate. Last week, Congresswoman Joyce Beatty prevailed.
Yes,
so they took the man's name off the Kennedy Center.
That is so good.
All the time. But the question, of course, again, is how much did it cost to put it up there? How much did it cost to take it down? Why are we spending money like water on this man's narcissism? The other thing, of course, is the reflecting pool. He wanted it to be American flag blue.
But he also have them hiding it because he's ashamed. Do you know they can't take that tarp down yet?
Yeah, because he is ashamed.
He's embarrassed.
He ought to be ashamed. He should be embarrassed. This is just, it would be funny, Lyndia, if it wasn't so pitiful. This is all his chickens are coming home to roost. In the words of Malcolm X, all of his chickens are coming home to roost.
Well, he might not be surprised if somebody go in and start snatching it down in the night while we sleeping. It is not going to stay hidden like that.
No, somebody's going to get it. There was a guy over in Southwest who was going over there every day taking pictures of it. And there's a meme of Joyce Beatty dancing through the Kennedy Center. We are so grateful to her for that, what she has done. Just very, very grateful for everything she's done.
Legendary, yes.
Now, I want to talk about that cage fight for a minute, because the idiot who won the cage fight came out disparaging Michelle Obama. And why do people always have to put Black women's names in their mouth and talk about us like we're dogs? It's called misogynoir. So misogyny is the hatred of women. Misogynoir is a particular hatred of Black women. And so that person, and I'm keeping my language clean, we are on Christian radio, that person who won the cage fight, now you got to put this on your resume. Oh, by the way, I won a cage fight. But he came out throwing shade on Michelle Obama. And all I need to say about this, we all have to stand tall. But I am calling on white women, Latina women, Asian women. We can't be the only one to say this is objectionable. All women have to say this is objectionable.
Yes.
The Obama Library is opening. There have been beautiful pictures. The one big pictures of Michelle and Barack sitting like in a garden is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You take that beauty and you lift it up. You take the nonsense and you tamp it down. But we have to say this is unacceptable. What to me is most egregious is that the so-called president of the United States had nothing to say. Now, we know he's a cage fight fan, but he could have said this is unacceptable.
1 minute to go.
Okay, 1 minute to go. Let me say Tuesday was DC's first ranked choice voting election.
Mm-hmm.
Today is Friday. We may have the results and we may or may not, because the ranked choice voting process is lengthy. Mm-hmm. You know, unless somebody got 50% of the vote off the top. And we don't know that yet, but what we do know that this is also an experiment in democracy. No more runoff elections. The ranked choice voting allows people to express their preferences. And I think everybody doesn't agree with me, but I think it's a good thing. So, Lyndia, I will talk with you next week. There's always something going on, isn't there?
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Dr. J.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to our commercial break, and we'll be back in a moment.
If it wasn't for my care coach at AmeriHealth, I probably wouldn't be so healthy right now. As a man, you know we don't get checkups or see a doctor regularly anyways. It's probably just a man thing because none of my partners go either. We know we should, but we just don't, and hope it works out.
So what changed for you?
AmeriHealth assigned me a care coach, somebody that gives one-on-one help, answer questions, explain things, and help set my appointments. She also helped me understand what having high blood pressure really means and ways to manage it so it doesn't kill me. It ain't nothing to play with. If you're a member of AmeriHealth, ask for a care coach. I'm glad I got mine.
At AmeriHealth, if you need a care coach, you can have one. Just call us at 1-877-759-6224 to get connected. 1-877-759-6224. This program is funded in part by the government of the District of Columbia Department of Healthcare Finance. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
This is Frank Smith with the African American Civil War Museum in Washington, D.C., located at 1925 Vermont Avenue Northwest on the Green Line. Did you know that a recent study found that children who visit museums do better in school and in life than children who do not? So parents, teachers, and preachers, let's get moving. I promise you, if you bring your children to the African American Civil War Museum, they will be inspired by the images that they see. They will be impressed by our living history reenactors who are always available, and they will be involved in our scavenger hunt that takes them throughout our exhibit. That's the African American Civil War Museum, 1925 Vermont Avenue. Our hours are 10 to 6:30 on weekdays, 12 to 4 on Saturdays and Sundays. See it, be inspired.
We are here listening to the Lyndia Grant Show. This is my second guest. I'm excited to have him on today. Very well known, I shall say famous, gospel singer. He is a powerhouse gospel singer. His name is Darwin Hobbs, who emerged in the mid-90s as one of Nashville's most in-demand session vocalists and arrangers. The youngest of 6 siblings, the Cincinnati native found his voice early, singing every week in the church choir from the age of 10 and showing an innate gift for expression. Welcome to the show, Darwin Hobbs. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm grateful to be talking to you.
All right, and I understand you also have Kimberly Harley, who is the leader of your background choir and everything. And Kimberly, talk to us and tell us who you are.
Hello, everyone. It is great to be here with you all. Thank you all for having me.
Oh, let me tell you, Kim, let me tell you something. Kim is, I don't even have enough words to describe. She is, first of all, singer extraordinaire, vocal coach extraordinaire, choir director extraordinaire. She's everything and all the things.
I know that's right. I certainly have enjoyed.
Well, God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Well, Darwin, let's go to you. Tell us what you got going on. Is it a new album, a new record, or a show? What all is going on? I know you've been around a while.
Absolutely. So I'm a worship pastor. Okay. So yes, I'm a gospel artist and I'm quote unquote a famous gospel singer. And I've been doing this for years. I started back, like you said, in Nashville in the 90s. Well, I didn't start in Nashville, but I started as a kid in church, and I've always been faithful to the local church. I still am, but I started my professional journey in Nashville back in the 90s. I started in actually CCM music and contemporary Christian music with singing background for Michael McDonald, and I mean not Michael McDonald, but Michael W. Smith. Michael McDonald, though, who from the famous Doobie Brothers, he had one of my most popular songs, Every Day. He did that as a duet with me. But I was back as a background singer and a background vocalist contractor in Nashville, and then moving fast forwarding. I mean, I got tons of albums out there, that I recorded, solo albums, but moving forward. About 15 years ago, I partnered as a worship pastor with contemporary with Christian Cultural Center, which is the church in Brooklyn that I partner with, and I've been with them for 15 years. And that is what I'm most excited about, because CCC Collective is the new album that I'm featured on. And it sounds, fancy to say, but CCC Collective is that's my homies, that's my church, so that's the album that we're so excited about now. Now, I do also have an album that I'm releasing this Friday, though. That's my own personal album, Darwin Hobbs. But also, what I'm most excited about, too, is that CCC Collective has released an album called Breaking News. And Kim and I both are involved with that album, and it's dear to our hearts because it's our church. It's our church's album, and these are the people we hang out with on the regular. Okay, and that music is what is at the forefront of our activity in our minds right now, because again, it's dear to our hearts because it's our home church, and it's a project that we're proud of, and we're excited that everybody's getting to finally hear.
All right, Darwin, tell me which song you would like for my editor to include in this show right there. I'm going to have him put it in right here.
Well, let me tell you. Now, you don't ask me. Now, I'm going to have to say a song that I sang.
Exactly. We want it to be.
So I want the listeners to hear Hymn of Breakthrough, okay? Because that's one of my favorite songs, not just because I sang on the song. Honestly, I'm keeping it real, but it really is an amazing, powerful song. Hymn of Breakthrough is what I would love for people to hear.
Okay. And then what's the second one, in case he got a little time near the end to play a little more?
Well, my second favorite song on this album is a song called Something's About to Break.
Okay.
Now, I'm not leading that song. It's another young man from New York, but that's one of my favorites.
Okay, but it's still one of yours.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that sounds like a winner. We're going to have Shehu add both of those. So let's talk a little more. Do you have something else coming up, a show or anything, or we just promoting your album?
Well, I'm telling you, I mean, for me again, I'm real busy with both of these albums. I mean, I got, of course, CCC Collective. That album is kind of like, um, again, it's. I say it's not my album, but it is because it's an album that I'm supporting, and it's an album that I'm singing on, and it's my family's album. And then, of course, I have Darwin Hobbs music, but
Is it
again.
your family, blood family, or your church family?
No, my church family. Well, I call them blood. Now, wait a minute. Now, I like both of those words because I mean we blood family because I'm talking about the blood of Jesus here. But yeah, so we are
blood
definitely
of Jesus. Amen.
Absolutely, we're blood family. Yeah, we're of course. Every family has a father. And so we're just grateful that Dr. A.R. Bernard and Pastor Jamal Bernard, that they had a vision for the church not to, because CCC is known for its teaching. It's known for, Dr. Bernard for years has been stalwart in the body of Christ. But then for them to have the wherewithal and just the vision for us to release music into the marketplace, we're grateful for that because they didn't have to they could just focus on the preaching and the teaching. But they were visionaries enough that they saw fit that we should record an album. So here it is, CCC Collective. Breaking News is the title of the album. But we are so excited about it.
Well, let me talk to Kimberly. Kimberly, tell me a little bit about your choir. How many's in there and where they all from? Or just vaguely.
Thank you. Yes. I'm a pull on over so I don't have this problem with this mute button no more. But we are about 100 strong, actually.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Yes. And when
I see you and your choir on video, which video do I need to go to see everybody?
Wow, you can go to Christian Cultural Center. You can go to CCC. We even have a couple of videos with Darwin Hobbs. So if you punch those in, CCC Choir, Darwin Hobbs, you'll go see us on a Sunday morning. We have some, and so a few videos should roll up back to back.
Wonderful. Tell us how long you've been with CCC and Darwin Hobbs.
Well, with Darwin, what has it been about, 13 years?
Oh my gosh, a long time.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I've been at CCC since 99. I started, I was 26. I can't even believe it. But I started as a choir member. I was still in college, actually, just, kind of like finishing up grad school and stuff like that. And I wanted to, wanted more. I wanted to serve. I wanted to get back into church and serve. And so I come and I said, all I'm doing is choir. That's all I'm doing. Amen. And look at me now. And so I found, that there was the need in certain areas, teaching, coaching, and things like that. And so they started to ask more of me, more responsibility. And but there was already a director there. And so I would come alongside and assist wherever needed and do solos and things like that. And so I just became a part of the family, and I've been there ever since.
But Darwin, tell me how you selected her.
Well, let me tell you, I got to be fair. I didn't select Kim. When I came to CCC, Kim was already there doing what she does. Yeah, she was already there. She was she's been a part of the ministry for longer than I have. And so she was already on the worship team and working with the choir. And of course, now she's kind of the lead person over all of our choir. She's the director of all choral activities. And again, I mean, there's no better choir director than Kim Harley. I'm just going to say it. I mean, she didn't ask me to say that. I'm telling you. And so when you...
Because it's the truth. Amen.
Oh, absolutely. And so, I mean, people, when they go to our platforms, I mean, which, by the way, they can hear... the CCC Collective album is available on all the digital platforms, all the streaming. And then they can also, if they want to see us live, like you asked, they can go on CCC Collective's YouTube page and even the social media, they're on Instagram, CCC Collective Global. That's where they go, and they can see us singing and see us doing what we do. But when you see that beautiful brown lady, Kim Harley, standing in front of that choir, that's who that is. Okay, but not just a choir director, man. You gotta wait till you experience just what she does with her voice and everything. And so just not only Kim, but we're just blessed at CCC with CCC Collective with so many people. Kelvin King, who happens to be Kim's brother, he's singing a song on the album called "In Control." And then we got Israel Houghton is there with us, and he produced this album. And a young lady,
Jossie Singletary.
Jossie Singletary. So all of us, man, we're all a big family. But I mean, the thing about it is when you get to do music with family, then it's that extra little sauce that people can, they wondering what that is, but it's because we all hang out as family. And then for us to do this music together, it just puts the icing on the cake.
Well, Darwin, tell the listeners, because we only got 2 minutes. Let's close by telling them how to find your music where you make money.
Come on here. I love it. I love it. I can talk to you all day. So CCC Collective Global, that's where on our social media, that's where they can go and follow us. But then they can go to any of the streaming platforms, all the digital service providers, iTunes, Spotify, all of that. They can go and just type in CCC Collective Global or CCC Collective Breaking News. That's the album, and stream the album, download the album. And of course, again, on YouTube, they can get CCC Collective YouTube. There's videos there. They can download our church's app, which is CCC, Christian Cultural Center. They can download the app and they can get music that way. We're easily found. And I guarantee whoever dares to go, you're going to be blessed because the music is blessed. Because guess what? Let me tell you something, just like you got this frequency and we on the radio and we doing what we do, or doing a podcast, man, we are tuned into the frequency of heaven with this music. Amen. So when people go get this music, it's going to bless them.
Yes, it is. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we have used up our time, Darwin. I thank you and Kimberly for being my guest today.
Thank you.
And I'd like to have you back again. I actually do a podcast. This is Radio 1.
Yeah.
And it's broadcast in Washington, but I want you to know I hear from people around the world. A lady from India was texting me back and forth on Sunday. She reads my column. Then I hear from people that's hearing my show. Because, now with online, it doesn't matter where you live. So although we broadcasted it, people can tune in by going to www.myspiritdc.com, and they can hear anywhere in the world.
Oh, amazing! Now you got, and now I'm gonna hold you to it. You got to have me back.
Yes, I will. I promise I will. All I gotta do is call heaven.
Come on here. Absolutely.
All right, that does it for the Lyndia Grant Show. Thank you for tuning in this week. Good day.
Thank you for listening to The Lyndia Grant Show. Think on these things with your host, Lyndia Grant.